So people probably like, yo, why are they having this conversation? Like, people don't know, like, I'm your payroll rep.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's probably like very different to be having this kind of conversation with your payroll rep. What's going on?
Oh, nothing.
How you feeling?
I feel fine. I feel good.
Good deal. Well, tell us your name.
My name is Anne Marie Brent.
Okay.
Yes, and I am the owner's daughter here at Rick's BBQ, Mike and Gina Lanning. But I now pretty much run the show here while they kind of just let me do my thing. And I'm not technically the owner, but some close, I don't have to pay the bills.
I mean, close enough.
Close enough, yeah, exactly.
I'm with that, okay. So how long has Rick's been in business?
Rick's has been in business for 40 plus years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we just had our 40th year anniversary, 2019. So yeah.
So I guess it's safe to say that y'all know a thing or two about
we might, yeah. We do pretty good. We enjoy it, and it's a fun family atmosphere, and so we do pretty well. It's us, and then my uncle and them have their own franchises, but
awesome, good deal. So like when you first heard about the pandemic, COVID-19, coronavirus, like what was your first initial response reaction?
Well, I necessarily didn't think like, oh no, it's going to hurt our business. I didn't really know exactly what to think because we were getting all these details thrown at us.
Right.
But once I did know the effect that was going to be on business, I thought about our employees and how if we're going to have to cut hours or what it was going to do for people coming inside versus coming through the drive-through, and I feel like every day has been a new thing thrown at us, like, oh, now you got to close your lobby, and now you can't do curbside, it's just drive-through, or just trying to make that, I guess, interaction with the customer as far away as you possibly can be, which being the drive-through would be that, I guess, and you're just reaching through the window, handing out food and taking money. So I guess I didn't freak out too much, but I guess as you get older, you don't really take a bull by its horns and just figure it out. So, I mean, I didn't worry too much about it, but I knew it would probably affect the business a little bit at some rate.
Okay, good deal. So, during this time frame, what adjustments did you all make?
Well, we made signs for the yard to put that says drive-throughs open, because we've had a lot of people call and ask, are you open? Because they don't know, what businesses are open, what's considered non-essential, what's considered essential.
Right.
And then we put on our marquee outside that we our curbside pickup, and we haven't had a lot of people calling, but we put our phone number out on the marquee, and then we put that the drive-thru was open. And then we had to cut an employee or two's hours, but the night shift we've tried to kind of just like switch people around and not really cut someone's hours, but try to I guess their hours have been cut a little bit, but we're trying to at least let everyone work. And then, but yeah, and running the drive-through, we've had at least 4 or 5 people on the shift, and we're trying to get people through the drive-through quickly as our lobby has been shut down for now. So we've been actually doing pretty good. I mean, not probably what we'd be doing if we had lobby and drive-through, but that's expected. But we've it's been nice to have our customers still be loyal to us and come through here, and it's been rather decent so far. So.
So when you look at, I guess, the shift from the lobby to just the drive-through, how has the business grown, in this time frame for you all?
Well, we took it as let's clean inside. Let's do some things that we can do that we have a little bit of this free time, or no one's in the lobby right now, so we can, move the tables around, try to just kind of get some different ideas and take care of things that needed to be taken care of, and try to look at the positive side of it rather than the negative. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been cleaning things, and if someone's not busy working the line, handing out food, go over there and do something that's needed, that we've needed. We've switched things around in the kitchen, trying to find out a better flow of things, and just trying to just do that. And everyone's pretty much coming here with a pretty positive attitude. And we do realize this is a reality, and there's scary things, and people, are dying every day and things, but we're trying to at least stay positive about it and not try to be so, frightened or fearful,
Because, at the end of the day, it's we got to get through it.
Right,
and
exactly.
so, and by getting through it, you don't stop.
Right.
You
gotta
keep
stop.
going.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
and so, but that's really good to hear that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what are you doing right now today to like remain profitable? Because you know, like a lot of businesses are closing their doors,
Right.
and people like, I don't know if I can keep employees, but you all have been able to keep the doors open. You all have been able to keep
Right.
employees and still, you know, generate money. So what are you all doing to remain profitable?
We just we already had a good business base here, and it's a really family type of feel here, and that's what I love so much about it. And we really have never really marketed our franchise, and so it's word of mouth. But people, you know, it just shows that people are calling to make sure we're still open, and we also sell the meat by the pound. And so all the grocery stores were getting out of, like running out of meat, and you couldn't find anything. So we had people coming because they know you can buy it by the pound, coming in here and buying our meat by the pound. And then we run specials, and so we haven't transitioned to the new menu yet, so we're still running our specials, and people love those because we have a happy hour where they can come through from 2 to 5 and get any of those specials no matter what day it is, Monday through Friday. We don't do one on Saturday. But yeah, so that, just them knowing that, and I just feel like we've had a firm foundation of customers, and they just come in and they've been loyal to us, and I feel like the community also, like I've seen all around, support small business, small business, and so I feel like the community, you know, comes out and supports small business. And also, I know people can only cook for so long and they get tired of it. So so they're like, oh, well, let's have Rick's tonight or whatnot. And we can feed families because we have a family pack, we have a picnic pack. So we have it where they can just come in, grab it, and go. And you know, just try to greet the people with a smile, because right now, you know, there's a lot of people afraid out there and scared of what's going on. And like I said, it's a reality. So just try to be friendly with them, and you know, we take a lot of call-in orders, put the call-ins in, and try to take care of those, and greet the people with curbside. You know, but we're trying to protect ourselves as well, and not act like that we're just but it's nice because we're a smaller corporation here, and so we don't have a whole lot of people in here anyhow. So, but yeah, we're usually working 4 to 5 people at a time. So. But that's the nice thing about it. I mean, we've been doing okay. You know, we've been surviving and doing fine. And I know that there's people out there that are, you know, struggling. But yeah, we've been very thankful for our customers. So,
awesome. So like, I think like the biggest takeaway that I would say from what you just said is like, you serve or you sell meat like in abundance, so people can kind of like buy more than what they need, because you know they buying up all the toilet paper, so why not buy up all the chicken?
Exactly, all the toilet paper.
The second thing is being accessible, like through, I guess you would say like the mobile access, or having the drive-through access, so that way you can still practice social distancing, but I can still practice putting this food in my belly too.
Exactly.
And so, but I think the main thing that you said was staying positive during this time frame, because like a lot of people are looking for, you know, some type of positive influx. And so like, you know, when I first met you, you always had a smile on your face. And if I came through the drive-thru and you were like not smiling, I was like, well, if Anne Marie ain't smiling, maybe I should. But okay, so that's a good takeaway.
Yeah, and like for instance, yesterday I had someone text me that I know and was asking, if one wants white sauce, how do I get it? Do I go through the drive-thru? And so when she sent that to me, I took that as an opportunity to pay her back for things that she's done for me in the past and whatnot. So I made her a bottle of white sauce, I made her a pound of chicken, and I took it to her house.
Wow.
So, you know, like when I feel like those opportunities are given to you in place so that you can take care of that. So and just, you know, pay it forward, give it back. And so I just did that, and she posted it on social media and said, look what I got. And people were like, y'all sell their white sauce by the bottle? I didn't know that. Oh man. So, you know, like right there was just a small little gesture, and it went a long way.
Kind of switching gears just a little bit. So people probably like, yo, why are they having this conversation? Like, people don't know, like, I'm your payroll rep.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's probably like very different to be having this kind of conversation with your payroll rep. But I just kind of want to start high level. You know, like, how has your experience been with Heartland?
Well, let's start from the beginning. You know, my family went through a tragedy in December, so you called at the perfect time, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. And we were already kind of not dissatisfied but ready to move on to another payroll company.
Right.
And so you called and I answered the phone.
Yeah.
And you were just super friendly, and your personality was very infectious through the phone, and the way you were just very, very exuberant about your job.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, oh wow. And so I'd been trying to help my mom as much as possible because she's kind of did the payroll side.
Right.
And so I just said yeah, and you asked to send me an email to I guess schedule a meeting.
Yeah.
And I got the email, and it was very formal, and like the way I got it, and it already had put it in my calendar in my phone. And so I remembered it because I got the alert, and then you came in, and then I got to meet you in person, and you just were very bubbly, and you have a great personality. And so then I was going to sit down with you and your rep,
right.
and then you started asking me questions, and I'm like, I might need to go get my mom for these.
You did.
And, yeah, because I'm like, oh. Yeah. So I went and got her, and we sat down, and then I know I had to go step in the kitchen a few times, and she talked to you about it and stuff. And I know my mom there for a minute was hesitant, but I know she had just gone through a lot in her life and with her husband. And I'm just like, Mom, we need to do this. And I just told her, like, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, all right, and listen to me. And now I've kind of taken over, and it's been amazing. It's been so amazing for our family, and just simple, and the people that we send our payroll over to. It's just amazing on what we were doing is putting it in on the computer as to being able to now just write it in and send it over.
Right.
And that's just great and so much more convenient. And I know there's probably even more things that we could be doing that's easier.
Right.
But as of right now, I like that process. I like what I'm doing, and it's great. And I've been able to do it and relieve that stress from her, and even run the store. So I've been able to do both. And in the past, I haven't been able to do that. I haven't been able to do payroll and run the store. So, so yeah, it's been great, and it was a joy to get to meet you. And I think we'll be friends forever now. I mean, so and I just love that you call like every night. Maybe not every month, but every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks, and that's been great. And just to hear your voice and know that you care, and it's just been nice. And
you got me over here blushing. I'm like,
it's been great. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
awesome, good deal. So, like, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but like, because I know you was like, yo, Mom, like, I definitely we need to make a decision. But like, what made you make that decision? What made you like switch? Like, okay, hey, you know what? Like, I'm switching today. Like, what was the game changer for you?
Well, one, I can read people pretty well, and so when I met you in person, because I'd already talked to you, but when you meet someone in face to face, it's always better, and just to get that, see if like we jive or if I really like what I heard on the phone. And so your personality, your presentation of everything, how you were showing us everything, you were very thorough. And then I knew that my mom needed help with it. I knew that we were at a point in our with what was going on in our family, that we needed some relieved stress. And so I just pretty much was like, we've got to do this. And she'd already been talking about changing. Really? And and had been, and I had heard her say it a lot.
She hid that very well.
Yeah, and I know, but that's the bulldog in her, we say. And so I just knew that and it felt right. I like the way things feel when I go off of feeling how I feel about the situation. And I felt like, okay, this is it. And y'all were just very, like, it was like I'd known y'all for a long time just to sit down and talk to y'all. And so that was good. It was just that feeling. I just had that deep down feeling, and y'all just were very professional. And I thought that was really good. And I knew that I was probably going to have to help a lot too, and I was kind of thinking what was going to help me the best too. I had that ulterior motive. But I really wanted to alleviate a lot of this from my mom, because she's done enough. She's worked hard her whole life, and I felt like, as her daughter, I should step in and try to start helping more and whatnot. And when you started telling me we could do stuff like by just scanning it in, sending it over, doing it through the app or download, and just telling the kids that like hiring people now and putting it all on the I guess the iPad or on your computer or whatever, and being able to tell them to get on and do that. Like, I've hired 2 people on it, and it was a breeze.
Wow.
And other than my mom having to have, and we do keep stuff on file and paper, but it wasn't to have all this info in one little folder. We can have it on there, and I showed her how you can just get on and look at all of it. and it's all right here in this database. So that was pretty much, I mean, you had me sold when you pulled out your computer and told me we could do it from that app and stuff. I mean, that's just, you can't beat that, you know.
And I literally did not know, because I was like, because she came in, she was like, she slammed the papers like, that's what you got to work with. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It just got real.
Yeah. And but that's, I mean, that, and I love that about her, because like I'm not what you would consider a pushover, but I just I like to be like, oh yeah, well that'll be, instead of seeing what's this bad side to it? Is there any bad side to it? But I never saw that. Like I didn't see and then I know she went through and started reading the contract and whatever. And I understand, because she's the business owner and I'm not. But that's just, she's like that. That's how she has always been, and I love that about her, because I feel like, I think my greatest quality is I'm very forgiving and very friendly and all this. But sometimes I feel like it's sometimes a flaw. But like I said, I'm a pretty positive person, so I like to look at the positive instead of any of the negative.
I mean, but if I'm being very honest, that was probably the worst thing that happened that day. Other than she was a total sweetheart.
Yeah.
And so it was and I think that your mom, she's good at reading people too.
Yes.
And so she was I think she's kind of okay, well, why is Anne-Marie kind of on this guy's side right now?
Yeah.
And so she's like, yo, let me take a look for myself. And so, I end up, I feel like we developed a really good relationship.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to create a narrative like she's a mean person, because she's not. She's
right.
definitely a total sweetheart.
No, and when we discussed our situation to you and told you what my family had just been through with my dad and all that, and having his cardiac arrest and all that stuff, you were very understanding, and you were very sympathetic, and so that just really warmed my heart. My dad means the world to me. So anytime someone feels the same way I do about the situation, of course I'm going to gravitate towards that. And I could tell my mom was warming up there after a little while. But yeah, and I understood why she didn't necessarily have to slam that down. But for what the trauma she had been through for in the past few weeks, it was, And it just, I'm with her behind closed doors, and I heard her constant we need to go to somebody else, we need to use somebody else, and I just feel God aligns these things in your life.
Right.
And she kept talking about that, and then you called, and you didn't even know. I mean, you just gave us a shout. And I happened to answer the phone. It could have been one of our workers say, oh, she'll call you back, and then I could have never got your number. And so it just happened to work out perfectly.
Because that happens so much. It's a lot of times I'll call places and people oh, she's not in, I'll take a message.
Yeah.
And it's and they're doing what they're supposed to do because that's how they're trained to do.
Right.
And so it's like you said, who would think that you'd be the person that would answer the phone? So last question I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
If it's anything that you would change about the Heartland experience, what would it be?
To be honest, completely honest, there's nothing that there was nothing bad about the first initial experience, and there hasn't been anything bad that I have detected or found or anything in our experience so far. I just know that the payroll has really, really helped us out and alleviated a lot of stress in our family.
Wow.
I can't, I guess, expound on that enough. Just knowing that I can do it so quickly is really nice, and it's really, I have nothing negative to say about it, to be honest. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Last thing, give us one pub about Rick's. What do you recommend people come and eat?
Oh, okay.
Good,
all right.
Good comfort food for the COVID-19.
All right, I can do this. So at Rick's Barbecue, we offer a lot of different things and a lot of variety, a lot of options. Our most popular things are loaded potatoes, our pork sandwiches. We sell the ribs by half slab, whole slab. We have family packs where you can buy food for your family of 4 to 6 or for your family of 8 to 12. It just depends on how many you're trying to feed. But we have a fun family atmosphere here, and I promise your experience won't be a bad one, and I can promise you that. And the food won't be bad either. You'll love it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the white sauce is my favorite, so you could try that one too.
Can you tell them about the juice too, the sweet tea?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We also have a fruit tea and a sweet tea, and we make them in-house, and we make them every morning and afternoon. And the fruit tea is very, very popular. It's very good. I can't tell you the recipe because it's a family secret, but it's very, very tasty, and you can get that in the gallon, half gallon, 16 ounce, 32 ounce, whatever you prefer. So.
Perfect. Well, Anne-Marie, we'd like to thank you for taking this time,
Yeah,
man.
thank
Out of
you.
your busy schedule. Wow.
Oh, of course.
And it's definitely a pleasure, you know, working with you, working with your family. You know, every time I walk in, it's just always a smile. And then, like, and sometimes it's like, it kind of feels very surreal. You're like, man, like, that's really a good relationship. Like, that feels good.
Yeah.
And so I feel good coming to sit down here and eat. Like, I feel good coming in to see you all. Like, I feel good when I have the ability to call and be like, you know what, I feel like it's a true partnership, friendship. And so I just want to thank you for just expressing and giving your side of the business, because some people are very stingy with information. And I think just you giving the information that you gave today is a testament to your commitment to the Murfreesboro community, and also to local small business owners in the area, but most importantly, just to you as a person, and the growth that you all having as a family. I think that everything about what you all do is definitely first class. From, you know, the way that the restaurant is set up, how fast the food comes out. I've never had to say, can you make it fresh? Like, it comes out fresh.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost burning my tongue.
Yeah.
And
Like, we had to tell people, those fries are hot, you better watch out.
And that's how I like it.
Yeah.
And so, but I think that all directly correlates with who you are as a person and who your family represents.
Thank you.
First class, great service, wonderful people.
Thank you. And we appreciate you and you stepping in our life in a very, tough moment in our life as a family, and a trying time, that you were so positive and a positive reinforcement that we needed. I mean, it was very, I got that feeling, and I know my mom got that feeling, and I mean, I know she'd admit it now, but but yeah, when I talk about you now, it's not like Sean, the Heartland guy, it's like Sean, and they're like, oh, Sean, okay, like they know what Sean I'm talking about. I don't have to like explain. So so they know we have a good like business relationship and whatnot, and so it's been a pleasure for sure, and I know it'll continue to be a pleasure. You know, it's not over at all, never.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Well, Rick's Barbecue, y'all, make sure you come out and support. They're doing a lot of great things here in the community, and that's all we got for today.